What happens when a familiar Hollywood face, once frozen in the glow of 90s fame, suddenly reappears in today's relentless spotlight, this time through paparazzi beach photos that set the internet buzzing within hours? Nicole Eggert's recent images sparked exactly that kind of storm. Not because they reveal something new, but because they reopen an old conversation Hollywood never really knows how to handle: aging, visibility, and the price of being remembered. You might think it's just another celebrity moment online, but behind those viral headlines lies a much deeper story about a woman who has lived through fame, faded attention, and the harsh rejudgment of public perception. And once you understand what she has actually endured, you may see those images very differently. To really understand why this moment caught so much attention, you have to go back. Nicole Eggert wasn't just another actress of her time. She was part of a cultural wave that defined an entire generation of television viewers. From early roles as a child star to her iconic presence in Baywatch, she became a symbol of sunlit California television glamour. But fame like that doesn't stay gentle forever. It builds expectations around a person that never age, never change, and never step out of frame. So when time inevitably does what it always does, the same audience that once admired her begins to look again with different eyes. That's where the tension begins, not in the photos themselves, but in what people project onto them. The recent beachside images quickly spread across social media, not because they were shocking in any extreme sense, but because they showed a familiar face living an ordinary, unfiltered moment. And yet, the reaction revealed something uncomfortable about how quickly public opinion can shift. Some viewers saw confidence and self-acceptance, while others reacted through a lens shaped by outdated expectations of Hollywood perfection. But what rarely gets discussed is the emotional weight behind moments like these. For someone like Nicole, stepping into public view is not just about appearance. It is about reclaiming space in a world that often tries to define you only by your past. There is a quieter story underneath the headlines. Over the years, she has spoken about the challenges of being typecast, the financial struggles that followed early fame, and the pressure of living in a body constantly judged by strangers. Those experiences don't disappear just because a photo goes viral. In fact, they often intensify the meaning behind every public appearance. So when these images surfaced, they weren't just pictures. They became a mirror reflecting society's ongoing discomfort with real people aging in real time, especially women who were once placed on a pedestal. And that is where the emotional peak of the story truly sits. Because beyond the comments, beyond the headlines, and beyond the viral nature of it all, there is a simple human truth. Time changes everyone, but public memory rarely does. Nicole Eggert's recent appearance isn't a scandal, and it isn't a downfall. It is a reminder that life continues long after the spotlight shifts, and dignity doesn't fade just because cameras notice you again. The lesson here is not about appearance, it is about perception. About how easily we forget that the people we once admired are still living, evolving, and simply existing beyond the roles we assign them. And maybe that is what makes this moment linger in people's minds. Not the photos themselves, but the reflection they force us to face. When the noise fades and the headlines move on, what remains is a quieter question. Do we allow people the freedom to grow beyond the versions of them we first fell in love with?